tried to take away his keys? He's telling me they tried to take away his keys.
We did, many times.
Hello?
Many times.
No wonder why. Listen, you gotta understand, I don't know your life. You can't Google this shit when I'm connecting, right? First of all, your father was hard-headed here in this world. And he was extremely, extremely tough when I'm connecting with him.
Yes.
And by the way, these are his words, not mine. But your father's going to me, Matt, he's like, my daughter's even wondering how the hell I'm coming through. He says, because some people wouldn't even believe I made it to heaven, he said to me. Do you understand that?
Yes.
He says to me, Matt, you should hear the things my daughter says about me. He says, but I'm here to tell her, he says, that I made it to the other side. And you know what's also funny about this man? He's going like this. He goes, Matt, because this was his personality, and tell me if I'm wrong. He goes, I was like a cockroach. You could not kill me, he said to me.
Yes.
Because this man shows me that he would get sick and bounce back and get sick and bounce back. And I even see that there were different times where he escaped death within his life, and you thought that he was going to die or thought that something was going to happen to him. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Because your father just said to me this. He says, Matt, he actually tells me in my ear, he was living like with half a heart here in the physical world.
Yeah, he had AFib and had a pacemaker had to be put in.
So please know this, when I'm connecting with him, he says, Matt, there's a lot that I have to talk about with my daughter. He says, and I know, oh boy, he says to me, and I know I wasn't the first person on her list to come through and speak today. He says, but the one thing that I need to let her know from the other side is this. He says, I want to apologize to my daughter for all that she saw. He says, and also for some of the arguments that we had between one another here in this world. He keeps saying to me, it wasn't your fault, it wasn't your fault, it wasn't your fault, and I have to tell you that. When I'm connecting with your dad, he shows me that here in this world, those issues that he had also were causing him to be a different person here in this world. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And it's really hard for you. Because I see that you tried to have a closeness with your dad, and you tried to go and love your dad and be connected to him, but at times you felt pushed away or you felt brushed off by him. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Your father says to me, Matt, he says, I'm going to tell my daughter something right now. He says, throughout my whole life, I never knew what it felt like to actually feel as though that I was okay. Every day I battled illness. Every single day I battled issues in my body. He says, and because of that, it made me grouchy, it made me mean, it made me upset. He says, but what I'm really upset about, Matt, is that my daughter didn't get to see the real me at the end. He says, I never told you how much that I loved you, how much I cared about you. He says, you knew it on the inside. He says, but I should have done a better job. Do you understand that?
Yes.
But your dad also wants to thank you for the way that you never lost sight of him here in this world. He tells me that the two of you used to argue like cats and dogs here in this world. He says, but Matt, she never abandoned me. She never left me. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Your dad wants to thank you so much for that. Who tried to take away his keys? He's telling me they tried to take away his keys.
We did, many times.
Hello?
Many times.
No wonder why. Listen, you gotta understand, I don't know your life. You can't Google this shit when I'm connecting, right? And your father's in heaven. He's got the keys to the car, well, to the truck. He's showing me like this, that he's waving. And he's like, I got the keys, I got the keys. He says, I got my truck back, he's telling me. So the fact that you took the car away from him was like, Dad, you're not driving. You're done. It's all done for you. Your father says, I got one up on you. I'm back driving in heaven. And your loved ones do that for one reason, to tell you that, first of all, your dad has not changed on the other side, that all he's got for love for you is that. But also, the guilt that you felt having to take those things away from your dad, the way that he made you feel so guilty here in this world for taking that car away and taking those keys away. It's his way of teasing you on the other side, letting you know that he's back driving in heaven, that he is okay. And more importantly, that every single day he is there and with you. He says, please don't doubt, he says, that I made it to the other side. This is my way of validating that I can see everything in your life. And even though I was grouchy here, it wasn't the real me. I am okay on the other side, and my soul is always there and with you.